Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Cutting Edge webinar with NXP. We have got 5 speakers joining us today from NXP, Variscite, Digi International, and Phytek to talk about NXP's i.MX 93 family of applications processors. So you're going to learn how these processors deliver the best performance at optimized power for edge processing, get an in-depth architecture review, and discover how some of NXP's key SOM vendors have built solutions to meet your industrial and IoT needs. So the first part of today's webinar is going to include an overview of the i.MX 93 family and a quick look at the SOM solutions available from each of the companies joining us today. And then we're going to jump into a roundtable discussion with each of our panelists and learn a little bit more about the key benefits and applications of the i.MX 93 applications processors. And then at the end, we're going to have a little bit of time to answer some questions that you guys have. So if you have questions, pop them into the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And we're going to get to as many of those as we can before the end of the webinar. So in addition to our speakers, we've got Justin Mortimer, a Senior Director for Technical Marketing and Sales Enablement from NXP with us today to help facilitate the discussion with our panelists and help with Q&A. So thanks everyone for joining us. And Justin, if you're ready, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. It's great to be here. And I always love doing webinars and trying to get to interact with as many customers as we can. And for me, this webinar is really exciting because what we're doing is bringing together our partners in our ecosystem to really help work as a team to launch our really exciting new i.MX 9 platform. And I think this is kind of an innovative way of showing that when we go to market, we go to market as a team. And so today we have a number of key speakers that can really share different perspectives on this new product that we're launching together. The first of which is Sri. He's our Senior Product Manager for i.MX 93, and he has a very nice update for you today. But in addition to Sri, we have some really great speakers from 3 of our many great embedded board partners that we do business with around the world. And I hope you've had a chance to work with them. First, starting from the left is Bob and Andreas, both from Digi. They're going to be providing a quick update on the value and the services they bring to market with respect to this new product. Eve from Phytek is also going to provide an update around what they're doing with respect to i.MX 93. And to the far right, we have Tal from Variscite. And again, the work that they're doing to help bring to market i.MX 93. And I think just a key point is like I said already, we go to market with our key partners and we help enable them to enable you to bring these applications that you're working on to life. I really hope that you can reach out to them and get started with some new designs. So with that, I don't want to take too much time. I definitely want to hand it off to Sri, and he can go into much more detail as our product manager for this new NPI that we're launching, i.MX 93. So thank you all. I'll turn off my camera and I'll join back with all of you at the Q&A roundtable in just a few minutes. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. Thanks for the introduction. I'd like to again thank, as what Justin said, having our EBS partners go to launch with us is a great way to capture the market. And we've been working with the EBS partners for a long time. So I'd like to thank the partners here on this webinar. And I'm hoping, the audience here, you're going to get great insight, not just about the product that's what my presentation would cover, but also from our partners and how they use our SoC and how they create the SOM and what features and what advantages are you going to get from each one of them. So thanks for everyone to be here. So this is just our history of i.MX process, right? The i.MX is our brand name. We've had these application process for the last 15, 20 years. We have great success in the market. We are catering to a wide range of segments, wide range of applications. So this slide just starts with i.MX 6, but obviously our family's series, i.MX series goes beyond that. So the reason why we have the i.MX 6 here is to show the broad variety, the broad range of families that we were able to hit, and how they are still being used by our customers. So we want to do the same thing. And i.MX 9 is our latest generation of application processors, and i.MX 93, which is the focus of this presentation is given here, right? So basically, this slide shows the differentiated features that we have on the chip. We have from the edge processing perspective, the most important features that currently the customers are looking for is having high security, because we are increasing the capabilities of the edge. So you want to make it as secured as possible. You don't want any hacking, like happening, making it vulnerable and everything. So basically, security is one key. The second thing is low power, right? Like typically, even when you scale the technologies, when you go with higher performance, you always want to have lower power consumption. So that is key here. So in terms of our security and power, we have our EdgeLock Secure Enclave, which is state of the art NXP security subsystem. We are able to integrate that into our i.MX 9 processors. It provides very high security. It actually goes above and beyond most of our customer needs, but we implement and make it easier for our customers to access from software, from hardware perspective. So the second thing here is to reduce power. We have, from an architecture perspective, we have this energy flex architecture where we basically give multiple knobs to the customers to be able to trade off power and performance wherever possible. So whenever you need a lower power, you can basically go with the lower performance by changing the clock frequency or changing the supply voltage of that particular domain. The third thing here that's important is the scalability perspective from compute. So we have a single dual core option of A55 on this product. So customers can easily go between a single and a dual core, because it's from the same die and package, and it's going to be pin-to-pin compatible. The other important aspect on this i.MX 93 is, apart from the Cortex A55 core, which is the application core, we have also included the MCU in the form of Cortex M33. This is critical for low power application for customers or applications that doesn't need high performance. You can actually shut down the A55 completely, so it's going to be completely off, no power there, and move your application, run it from the M33, which is very, very optimized for power. So you're going to have low power use cases, like you're going to see this M33 active. And also, for industrial or automotive use cases that requires real-time access or application, so M33 is very critical there as well. And on top of all this, the most exciting part of this product, one of the most exciting part of this product, is the NPU, the neural processing unit that we have on the chip. This is a dedicated ML accelerator that we have on this chip, and it provides, we have some results from silicon. It provides great capability, in terms of when you compare it against running these ML models on a Cortex A55 core. So all of this provides the overall feature set, but in terms of the interfaces, if you don't have specific interfaces, all of this doesn't make sense, right? So we typically look at each segment in focused each segment, look at what interfaces are required for that segment, and make sure our product is versatile. So that's what we've done on 93. You're going to see a lot of interfaces, a lot of different interfaces, and catering to the needs of a particular segment. And this is going to be a general purpose application processor. So you're going to see a lot of these interfaces that we have packed, and it's a very rich set, all the way from, say, low speed interfaces to high speed interfaces. So in terms of the feature sets, we have three packages that the i.MX 93 SoC comes in. So we have 11 by 11 0.5 millimeter pitch package and a 14 by 14 0.65 millimeter pitch package, and both are combined together in terms of it has all the feature sets, it has exactly the same pinouts. The only thing that is different is the pitch size, 0.5 versus 0.65. And then the third package is a reduced pin count, a reduced size package, which is the 9 by 9 0.5 millimeter pitch. So it offers low cost option for customers looking for wherever it's very cost sensitive. So so basically the difference of the three packages is given in the blue font in the columns here. So as I mentioned, application processor that we've used here in this product is the Cortex A55, and we're able to hit 1.7 gigahertz across the different packages, as well as across the different qualification tiers that we provide. So what qualification tier we provide is that we have a consumer qualification that goes from 0 to 95 degrees Celsius. We have the standard industrial that goes from -40 to 105 degrees Celsius, the extended industrial, which goes from -40 all the way up to 125. So for both standard industrial and extended industrial, we assume the part is on 100% of the time for 10 years. So it's very stringent in terms of qualification level. And then on the automotive, we have a -40 to 125 degrees Celsius again. So basically we do 4 types of qualification, and we're able to hit 1.7 gigahertz maximum core frequency across all the qualification levels. So as I mentioned, apart from the A55 core, we also have the M33, and also from the DDR perspective, we support the LPDDR4 and the LPDDR4X, both 16-bit. And the smaller package, there are some differences, in terms of the data rate, for the DDR, basically we can go up to a 3.2 gigahertz transfer per second, while on the bigger packages, the 11x11 and 14x14, we can hit 3.7. So some of the other important things in this, from feature set perspective, is for the vision capability, we have added a BPCSI. For the display processing capability, we have added a BPDSI and LVDS interface on the bigger packages. And then we have a rich set of 7 channels for audio. So for any audio use case, we have a lot of these lower speed interfaces such as UARTs, I2Cs, I3Cs, etc. And then the other important thing I want to cover in the slide is we have 2 gigabit Ethernet interface on the bigger packages. So this is kind of now getting a norm, like a critical thing for industrial applications. Typically, they need at least 2 ports of Ethernets. If you want to connect them in a daisy chain or in a star topology, you want to have one in and one out port. So basically, this i.MX 93 is able to cater to that. So some of the target markets, like the way we are positioning this i.MX 93 is basically it's an entry-level application processor. It has very high security in terms of our using our edge lock secure enclave, and the dedicated NPU provides very efficient machine learning acceleration. So it's a good, you can consider this as a go-to processor for an entry-level vision application. And apart from that, having the heterogeneous processing in terms of the A55 and the M33 basically provides opportunity to go for even low power application in multiple segments. And then, as I already mentioned, we have very rich set of interfaces. The 2 instances of the gigabit Ethernet provides us a great capability going after industrial applications, as well as we have other audio interfaces and MIPI, DSI, CSI, all of them basically provides us to make this as a general purpose compute processor for multiple applications in different segments. So in specific, as I mentioned, entry-level vision is something that is going to be a very good suitable use case for i.MX 93. And as I mentioned, it could be across multiple segments. So basically, it could be a industrial automation segment, like a industrial vision, scanning, printing, or it could be like a IoT segment, like a smart home, where you can have a smart doorbell or a smart lock, basically implemented using our i.MX 93, and all the way to automotive segment where a driver monitoring system, where basically you have a camera focusing on the driver. You want to make sure he or she doesn't sleep or it's not distracted while driving. So this again is a very good example use case for i.MX 93. And in general, apart from the vision, we have these general purpose applications across industrial segment or the industrial automation segment or the building control. Some of the most prominent ones are HMI solution. We have the MIPI DSI. We have a very good pixel pipeline with a hardware compositor in the form of PXP engine. And then so basically any display capabilities up to 1080p is a very good use case. And on the building control side, some of the important ones are the EV charging and also the energy meter and sensor up. Those are kind of very important use cases that we see our customers currently looking or evaluating the i.MX 93 on. So we just launched this product in April, a couple of weeks back, basically from today. So we have the capability to sample our pre-production i.MX 93 SoC from our website. So you'll be able to place orders and get those. And also, more importantly, we have also launched our evaluation kits, which is critical. If you want to evaluate your use case or application, we have this go-to evaluation reference module, basically. So it has a compute module on the baseboard. The baseboard, as you see, is full of the different interfaces. It's a more general purpose, and I'm pretty sure when you look at our partners presenting the SOM, it's much more compact and it's for a specific use case, while our EVK is for general purpose. It covers as many use cases as possible. So some of the things, important things here, apart from the i.MX 93 SoC, we are also have a dedicated PMIC, NXP PMIC, the power supply controller. So it's a PCA 9451A, and it's and also from the Wi-Fi point of view, we have a IW612 module. Again, that's from NXP. So both the PMIC and the Wi-Fi module have been developed in sync with the i.MX 93. So basically, it is tailored for the needs of i.MX 93. So you don't need to do any configuration. It's going to be completely suited to the needs of i.MX 93. And then from the BSP point of view, our BSP is going to include the driver full support of the PCA 9451 and IW612. So basically, it gets you easily start developing applications using all the three together rather than just SoC. So that's a very big advantage that we provide. And apart from that, this is the evaluation kit for the 11x11, but we also have one low cost one for the 9x9. So this slide shows our early performance results and the power measurement. So I don't want to go too much in detail, but all I want to show is we are able to hit all the way up to 11 DMIPS in terms of the dry stone, and close to 4.3 core mark numbers using our application processor. And from the power measurement, as you can see, can go all the way to a 15 milliwatt range, like when it's a deep sleep mode where everything is just off and you're waiting for wake up, all the way up to a 1 watt range for a stress test, which basically enables all the IPs that are running, we running at full speed, basically. And all of these results basically are from a typical silicon and at room temperature. And obviously, this is not the max power, but this is a typical use case power at the typical condition that you might see. So again, having M33A55 basically gives you that enablement. So, having the hardware is the first thing to do, but then without software, you're not going to get anything much out of it, right? So we basically, from NXP point of view, software enablement, we take it very seriously. We work with customers very closely. We want to provide them the best experience possible in terms of how we mainstream, what support we provide. So in terms of what we do from NXP, every year we go to a new Linux kernel. So this year we are at 6.1 kernel, and then next year we'll be going to a new kernel. But then per each year we have quarterly releases that basically looks at evaluates and see if any bug fixes or patches that comes up. So basically we will be in the same 6.1 kernel this year, but have quarterly releases. And I've provided the release dates for each of these packages here. So the main thing I want to state here is we will be in production for the 11x11 package by October or early November of this year. We will have the BSP ready in the production version, BSP ready by Q3, end of Q3, which should be September. So the BSP will be ready in September, and the samples will be ready to ship, production samples ready to ship by early November. That's basically our launch plan. And with that, I'm end of my presentation, and like to thank you again. And I think next is, I think, Digi would be going showing their presentation.
Well, thank you, Sri. Quick intro. Digi International was founded in 1985, and we're a NASDAQ company with over 300 million in revenue every year. We are headquartered in Minnesota in the US with global resources, locations across the globe, with also technical resources for support and engineering. Our mission is to simplify and accelerate the development, deployment, and management of secure, connected products and relentlessly service our customers to ensure their success. The Connect Core 9 will be a complete SOM family, providing scalability for our customers. We're providing a fully integrated and certified Wi-Fi 6 next generation Wi-Fi implementation based on the IW612, along with the Bluetooth 5.2 as an option on our SOMs. And we further have that 802.15.4 radio option from the Tri Radio for short-range communication, for example, to run Meta or other 802.15.4 based protocols on the SOM. We are providing SOMs in the Digi SMT Plus standard form factor. It's a 40 by 45 millimeter. That's the mid and the high range of the modules. And later we will also be having 29 by 29 millimeters for the smaller value line SOMs. To support critical applications in medical and industrial markets, Digi provides relentless reliability backed by our 3-year hardware warranty. The Digi Connect Core 93 development kit provides an LVDS and MIPI display interface as well as HDMI, so customers can connect the standard display and get started with their GUI development from day one. The kit supports 2 gigabit Ethernet ports along with all the other communication interfaces the i.MX 93 provides. And there's a PCI Express mini card socket with a SIM card holder and also a micro E. That's another NXP partner, a clipboard connector for fast proof of concept and prototyping. We also provide the Digi XP socket for short range, long range, and cellular wireless connectivity integration. The Digi development kit is a connected development kit that includes remote monitoring and device management features provided through the Digi Connect Core Cloud services. Users can access and monitor the kit and perform management tasks like over-the-air firmware updates from their smart devices, phones, and tablets through the cloud. Based on our reference implementation, you can also develop your own remote IoT end applications for Connect Core-based products. The Connect Core 9 SOM solution provides a lot of extra value beyond the hardware. Flexible wireless connectivity with the onboard Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth, but also the XP integration, including cellular. The new Connect Core Cloud services to take it a step further with providing essential features to OEMs to create connected devices and maintain them in the field. Our complete software offering with the feature-rich Digi-embedded Yocto Linux distribution, fully validated and tested, providing a robust and stable software environment for customers. And the design tools, including Digi Connect Core Smart i.MX, helping developers to create error-free designs in time. Our exceptional support delivered by our global sales engineering team and technical support team, as well as design services teams, to complement our customers' resources with expertise. We provide built-in security with Digi Trust Fence. That's a ready-to-use security framework. It provides building blocks to create secure products. And our new Connect Core security services that goes on top of that helps to maintain the security of a device in the field throughout its entire life cycle. As you can see, with Connect Core, we are removing the integration complexity in developing a secure connected product, and you get that full solution that is required to ensure your success.
Digi Connect Core 93 is the first SOM in the next generation Connect Core 9 family. NXP's i.MX 93 applications processor brings an ideal mix of features for IoT applications. With powerful ARM cores and a neural processing unit for edge computing. Plus, versatile display and network interfaces, and leading-edge power reduction and security features that meet the requirements for designing today's connected devices. With the SMT Plus form factor, production can be completely automated, further reducing device assembly and testing costs. A soldered-down module means there are no additional socket or connector costs, and reliability and longevity of a device in use is greatly improved. Digi Connect Core 93 is designed for outstanding reliability, durability, and longevity in industrial applications. Digi Connect Core 93 brings together powerful supporting technologies from NXP, including the highly integrated power management IC and the IW611 Wi-Fi module, with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2 support. Digi Connect Core 93's combination of powerful edge processing and secure wireless networking makes it ideal for connected devices in industrial, medical, and other applications. The Connect Core family is more than a module. Digi's award-winning Connect Core security services enable monitoring and maintenance of your device software, making it easy to identify security risks and remediate issues. Digi Connect Core Cloud Services enable secure over-the-air software updates as well as other essential features for connected devices designed with Digi Connect Core 93. Explore the Digi Connect Core ecosystem, digi.com/connectcore, or reach out, digi.com/contact us.
With that, back to you.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, we're presenting our SOM. First of all, let me introduce Phytek real quick. We've been founded in 1986. Our headquarter is in Germany, Mainz, with production in Germany. But we also have a global footprint spread around in China, India, France, and USA, with own development teams, support teams, and also partially local production. We have had a revenue of 90 million last year. Yes, we have 36 years of profitability, no external capital or debt. And so we have about 300 global employees, of course, with development, purchasing, production, sales, support, and logistics. Our spectrum of products goes from OEM products like gateway, ready to use for certain applications. Of course, we offer single board computers that utilize our system on modules. Then the main product, of course, is the system on module itself. And we have a special team specialized in camera modules. We do our own camera module designs. And we can help customers design in camera applications. And of course, we have some added value on top of our hardware in terms of software applications and middleware components that we maintain. For example, update and device management solutions and security solutions and so on. So in general, we are an end-to-end solution house. We provide solutions, of course, the system on modules, the single board computers. We also provide the operating system to go with it, the development kit for evaluation, and our expertise in embedded imaging. We also provide services in security consulting, device provisioning, software lifecycle management, maintaining operating systems for our customers, for the customer hardware. We do BSP adaptations, of course, and we also provide update and device management. Our design services is integration of security and ML functionality, for example. We do custom hardware designs, so we design also carrier boards for customers, up to even mechanical designs for final products. We do bring ups together with the customers, and of course, we take care of the kernel and drivers functionalities that are required. We do prototyping manufacturing. We have an in-house SMT in Germany. We do high volume production as well. And we have box building capabilities and comprehensive testing systems. Our global presence helps us with logistics. We have distribution partners, and we can provide buffer stocks and demand pull and consolidated forecasting. We do, of course, lifecycle management. Our products are at least 15 years available. We do not discontinue any products unless the critical components like the processor itself is discontinued. Otherwise, we will always maintain our products. The i.MX 9.3 is designed as a scalloped edge technology, solder-on module, which provides cost optimization and also a super low profile. And it's quite easy to solder, of course, using SMT systems, but also even by hand. So if you prototype, you could actually use it solder it by hand. We provide, of course, a Yocto-based Linux operating system with security add-ons, lifecycle management for the operating system for customers specifically, and we have onboard Ethernet, of course, and there's no limitations in the use of the processor features. We've brought out all signals that the processor will provide. This is also the continuance of a scalable family. So we started off this footprint and this pinout with the i.MX 6 UL, which is very successful and is still available till 2035, announced by NXP a while ago. And we have the capability to, these two modules, the i.MX 9.3 and the 6UL, are both pin compatible, so they can be interchanged. So the idea is that you can scale performance from down to 1,300 DMIPS up to 9,000 DMIPS with an i.MX 9.3. And with that, for example, you can start your project with a low-cost i.MX 6 UL with not so much performance, but you can check out the market. And then when you're ready to go and you've realized that the market is picking up and your product is really going well, you can add features and performance by just interchanging the system on module. Some basic technical data. We added eMMC, the PMIC, of course, power management. We have a single voltage source for the carrier boards foreseen. And of course, we have the Ethernet PHY populated, but we also have the option to route the RGMI interfaces down if you require certain Ethernet PHY on the carrier board or switch, for example. The dimensions are quite small, 36 times 36 millimeters. Of course, we're supporting industrial temperature ranges with high quality components populated on the SOM. We provide our security offerings to go along with these products. They consist of software lifecycle management, where we maintain the BSP for the customer, for their hardware in our test farm. We have a CI system that continuously checks the functionality of newer kernel versions and newer LTS versions of a certain LTS kernel. We have a CVE testing system that runs parallel to the CI system and continuously checks for vulnerabilities. We have device initialization services where we can insert keys and certificates into the device before we deliver it, according to the customer needs. Of course, we can also activate secure features like secure boot and so on, burn fuses, deactivate GTEC, and things like that. We have update and device management solutions. There are open source solutions, but also commercial solutions with our partners. And we also have our distribution, which has all the security features included already and supporting the security features of the product. And of course, we do consulting services where we give best practice information about security features that are typically used and required. So yeah, that's it.
Hi everyone. Sorry. So my name is Tal Semo. I'm with Variscite 6 years. I manage Variscite sales in America. Electrical engineer, my profession. As the entire sales team, we are all based on engineers. And let me take you through some slides about Variscite and our latest release of the Varsom i.MX 93. So few facts about Variscite. So Variscite was established in 2003. So we are celebrating in this year 20 years in business. We have local offices in Germany, in the US, in Italy, headquarters in Israel. Variscite has its own state-of-the-art production line with a throughput of up to 3.5 million SOMs per year to support us in ensuring complete control over the manufacturing process. Variscite meets all the highest quality in manufacturing and regulatory requirements, including the medical ISO, the 13485. Variscite also provide free and rapid support directly from our R&D team. We have our R&D team is located all around the world in the main continent, and we provide a very close support to our customer, to our dedicated customer support portal. Variscite also holds two pin-to-pin families, and we'll see it in a minute, that enable seamless migration to future platform and technologies. Varisite, another advantage is that we provide full customization option to the SOM. So actually the PCB is the same, but customer can actually define their own configuration, if it's RAM size, storage size, type of processor, temperature grade, and all the other features are fully configurable and selected by the customer to actually meet the exactly needs of the customer, and also to optimize the price. Of course, we provide very robust longevity of up to 15 years for both hardware and software. We can, as long as we can get, of course, the main component, which is the application processor, will continue and keep the SOM up and running, and will continue and support it. A good example is the latest longevity increase for the i.MX 6 family of processor from NXP. So we also extended our longevity up to 2035 as an example. Our platform, we can say that they have a very high reliability and low risk. They've already been tested by thousands of customers using them already on the field in different industries and arenas. We have a vast ecosystem of partners for a complete end-to-end solution, if it's a software design, hardware design, mechanical design, and up to production partners that can take you from full design and do also the production side. And of course, Variscite provides to all our SOM Linux distribution, if it's Yocto or Debian, and we support also Android for the relevant platform as well. So just a quick review on the two pin-to-pin families. The first one is what we call the VarSOM pin-to-pin family. This is a very large family, goes from the lowest end, VarSOM 6UL, which is based on NXP i.MX 6UL and ULL, goes to the VarSOM Solo Dual and the VarSOM MX6, which are both based on i.MX 6 processors, and to the entire i.MX, recently i.MX 8 family, if it's the i.MX 8X, the QuadMax, and the 8M with the Nano, the Mini, the Plus, and of course the new member of this pin-to-pin family, the VarSOM MX93, which is based on NXP i.MX 93. We also have the Dart pin-to-pin family. The VarSOM is based on the very standard SODIMM connector, and we have also the Dart pin-to-pin family, which is mainly for a small size application. This one, they are using the same processors, but are smaller size and uses a board-to-board connector to save space on your carrier board. So this pin-to-pin family allows you great capability of jumping between current technology and future technology, seamlessly keeping the same hardware. Just focusing now on the i.MX 93. So already been released by Variscite. It's already available. We ship development kits up to 1 week from order. It's also available on our online store. Just to focus on the dedicated thing that are more related to Variscite. So this platform is support up to 2 GB of LPDDR for RAM and up to 128 GB of eMMC. We also support certified dual band Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2. And this platform is available up to industrial grade with -40 to 85. Of course, we give 15 years longevity, and this SOM is also part of our quite large pin-to-pin family, the VarSOM pin-to-pin family. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I am back. I had my camera off for a minute. I think we can switch gears and do a little bit of Q&A and do a roundtable and hopefully get to have a little bit of an open discussion around some of the benefits and value that we think these solutions will help bring into the market. So I think with that, let's just jump around. We got a lot of questions that came in through the panel, through the Q&A panel. I think some of them were addressing real time with text or message. Others will mention and bring up verbally. So what I'll do is I'll just moderate some of the questions and we'll ping them back and forth to our panelists here. So how about an easy one, or maybe a more fun one? One thing that I really like at being a technical marketer is what market segments do we all expect to see and maybe quickly adopt some of these SOMs? What are some of the trends that you're seeing? Any interesting applications that you're excited about seeing developed? I guess that really goes to our three panelists coming from Digi, Phytek, and Variscite. Any thoughts from any of you?
Yeah, I can take the first shot if you want.
Yeah, please.
This is Tal from Variscite. So what we see, it's quite a new platform, okay, but we do definitely see some advantages around smart devices, smart homes, smart cities, gateways. The advantage of having this maybe lower cost solution if you compare it to the i.MX 8 family of processors and SOMs. This one provides lower cost but great connectivity together with machine learning and NPU. I think it's a great solution both for gateways, for smart homes, for smart cities, and some industrial automations as well.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks,
this is Bob from Digi. I definitely agree with Tal on the smart gateways and the IoT, kind of the smart cities, smart energy, different things. It's a great fit. We're seeing some other things. We're seeing medical devices, smaller medical devices, the low power devices that have to be battery powered at times and transported are a great fit for the i.MX 93 and our Connect Core 93. Also, the security infrastructure on the chip is really something that we've been able to build on to meet the emerging requirements for cybersecurity in the medical space. And then the last specific market, and Sri, you mentioned this, was EV charging. And there's a lot of activity from a lot of companies there. And it feels like the 91 is, or 93 is kind of in the sweet spot of all the different features that an EV charger needs in the class 2 and class 3.
Cool. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, so I agree, especially the current boom markets of renewable energy and electric mobility like EV charging and so on. So many devices, those types of devices are located somewhere outside of the company, out in the field, and they need secure connections. So everything is ready to be set up for that. And they need secure connections to servers to exchange valuable data that should not be corrupted. So that's a good thing. And in addition to that, I think also the HMI functionality, by being able to still connect a display with a decent solution, a resolution, is a good thing too, because, for example, EV charging devices, they typically have some sort of interaction required with the customer that's charging their car, for example. And so it's a nice feature to have. And even without the GPU inside the processor and just the pixel pipeline, we've made some tests, and we could see that it's easy to even have fluent Qt animations or Qt applications with animations inside and still have a fluent picture and movement. So I think the high performance for that kind of price is the most appealing, and the mix of all the features together.
Okay, thank you. Maybe building on that, and maybe this is a question for Sri. I think earlier we all talked about, and I think you all highlighted a little bit about the Wi-Fi capability that your SOMs have. There was a question that came in, and I'm not going to read it in its entirety. And by the way,
Sure, yeah.
we are going to answer a lot of questions and follow up offline because we won't be able to get to all of them. But Shri, there was a question about connecting Wi-Fi modules, which is really a key part of our business now, or building the Wi-Fi solutions.
Right.
Question about how to best connect these to the i.MX 93.
Right. Yeah. So we have 3 SDIO interfaces. So basically, one of them is dedicated for the Wi-Fi interface. So that's basically how we are connecting the i.MX 93 to the Wi-Fi. So today, like as I mentioned, we are basically having the IW612 module, which is a Wi-Fi 6, and our EVK shows how you integrate the IW612 Wi-Fi module to the i.MX 93 over SDIO. So that's basically the interface that we use, and we also have UARTs. So basically, you can use UARTs as well, but mainly the SDIO is the interface that we recommend, and I think that's how the partners are using as well.
Okay. Thanks, Shri. Okay, I'm just going to continue to bounce around. I think maybe back to the partners. I think you all highlighted a number of great things about your company and about the scalability and the longevity of your solutions, and a number of other value propositions. Maybe I'd like to go back specific to i.MX 93 and really think about the SOM that you developed and launch into the market. Any particular features or unique features that you wanted to come back to and really highlight, just to hammer home a couple of key points from your SOM, 2 to 3 points, and then maybe we'll jump back over to Shri for another question to follow up on that one. So maybe Tal, you started last time. Should we start?
Yeah. I think that if you look on the i.MX 93, so again, as I said, I think that first of all, and maybe it's something common to NXP is definitely the longevity value. I think this is very critical to our customers. We work with customers that are mainly in the industrial arena. They are looking for long longevity, and together with the longevity, it's not only the hardware, looking for ongoing software support. So we continue and support them and continue and release new software and new BSPs based also on NXP releases. I think they're also looking for flexibility as well. Okay, so that means that this is something that Variscite can provide in aspects of optimizing the configuration of the SOM to their needs and optimizing the price as well. Also, I think what they are also focusing is looking for hardware compatibility. What we've seen that customers that work with NXP, they like to stay with NXP. Okay, they have the experience, they know the ecosystem, they know how to work with these processors, and the ability to provide a pin-to-pin compatibility and for customer to jump. And we have a lot of customers jumping from i.MX 6 platform to i.MX 8, and we see also future upgrades from i.MX 6 to i.MX 93 based SOM. I think this is some of the advantages that we can provide to our customers in aspects of future upgrades and the future path to upgrade their system. And even sometimes they develop one hardware to support different type of SOMs as well. Okay, so they can have one hardware to support different product. One is the low end, one is a different high end with different processor, different SOMs, but without any interference or without changing the hardware. So it is a great advantages as well.
Yeah, we see that as well. Certainly, longevity is on the mind of every customer. And after the last couple of years, it's also availability. It's like, what is NXP doing to make sure that the chips are going to be available and ready to manufacture? And that's something we see with the i.MX 93 as well. Andrea, a couple of the unique features of the i.MX 93 and Connect Core 93.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Also, I'm not sure if it was me, but maybe the audio was cutting out a little bit there, but we'll handle. Okay, cool. So how about Phytek, Eve? Any thoughts there?
So our SOM is focused on the pin compatibility to the 6UL, of course, and that we do not compromise any features due to that compatibility. And the easy to solder scalloped edge technology enables also the possibility to save costs because there's no extra connectors required. And from NXP, the longevity promise is, of course, a very important thing for us as well, because we want to follow this longevity, and our customers have the requirements to always be able to acquire our products for a long time.
Yep.
I'd like to add one from the Digi side, if I may. I mean, besides security and the wireless integration, another nice feature we have on the development tool side is our Connect Core Smart i.MX. That's a design tool that helps with the pin multiplexing, and it lets you map all the features required in a customer product to the SOM pinout, which provides all the processor features with no limitations, by the way. And that Smart i.MX tool does not just create the hardware design, but it also creates the Linux device tree to configure the Linux kernel for your custom carrier board. And Smart i.MX has also a compatibility feature, which lets you design that carrier board to support multiple DigiSOM platforms. It's a tool that is appreciated a lot, both on the hardware engineering side as well as software engineers. It can be downloaded from the website, and it gives people, it's free, it gives people kind of a head start to create their design and map interfaces to the i.MX 93.
Okay, thanks, Andreas. You know, I'm super excited to see i.MX 9 come to life, and I think there's a huge amount of interest in a diversity of applications, and I think with the strong support of our key partners, we're really going to see a lot of interesting use cases come to life. And I think it's all the great support and software and tools and enablement and clearly the hardware capability that the partners are offering that's going to help make this happen. Another question, Shri, was around the NPU, and maybe we might need to follow up offline and share some specific tables and so on with respect to benchmarking. But can you share any thoughts around the NPU and some benchmarks there?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of our most exciting features that we put on the product, and I'm personally very excited, because at the entry level, this is our first processor that has the accelerated ML capability. So I mean, from silicon, we've seen great results, when comparing the NPU, which is the Ethos U65 from ARM, comparing against the Cortex A55. I mean, obviously the performance depend on what ML model you're using, but we've done about 20-25 different model benchmarking, and for say for example a facial detection of object detection classification, those are typical use case for i.MX 93. And we're able to hit anywhere between 20x all the way to even 50-60x performance, better performance on the NPU. And this is inferences per second, right? So we're getting anywhere between 20x to 60x increase in performance when you use the NPU to do these acceleration compared to the A55. And yeah, definitely, we have a table that we can publish, and we can basically, I've been publishing this at different conferences, technical conferences, so it's already in the public domain, but we can share it with the customers, definitely.
Okay, thanks, Shri.
Sure.
Actually, there's a lot of great questions about power consumption in different modes and the capability of the dual core. I'm seeing things around hardware acceleration, and we really appreciate all the questions and feedback. We will certainly follow up with everybody. I don't think we'll be able to get to all of them, considering we're going to run out of time here in the last couple of minutes. I had a couple of last things I just wanted to mention. I don't know if anybody else did as well, or Shri, if you wanted to say anything that we maybe didn't miss from a Q&A standpoint. The two things I wanted to say, number one, Computex is coming up. We have a really key speaker, Raphael. Shri and I work for Raphael. He's our senior leader and executive vice president working for Kurt. He's going to be there along with a number of other people. I don't know if anybody on the phone is going to be at Computex, but definitely look out for some cool announcements that will come from NXP there at Computex. The other thing is Shri and I will also be at the San Jose Connects event in June. That's a big event for NXP. We'll be there together with partners and distributors, and hopefully we get a chance to see all of you that are in the Bay Area. Shri and I will both be there. Shri is doing a session for those that have registered. So definitely reach out if you see us at those two events. And I guess we have 2 minutes to go. If anybody saw any questions that just wanted to do the quick wrap up, we can do that. But clearly from my side, I'm excited about this key launch. We have great partnerships availability both from NXP and from our partners. So we definitely encourage you to get started and try out the silicon and the tools and the software and hardware from our partnerships here. So Sri, I don't know, maybe if you wanted to say a last thing here.
No, I mean, I echo your thoughts,
Okay.
Justin. I'm very, very excited for this product. It's just launched. Like, we have this pre-production samples and EVKs that can be ordered from a website, and obviously all of our partners, they have launched their SOM boards. We've had multiple demos, like, so very excited, and like, please connect with us at NXP Connects. We have sessions there, demos there, trainings there. So if, like, I see a lot of questions on AI ML, so we have a dedicated training session on how you create your model using our NXP EIQ software enablement development platform. Basically, it starts from how you create the model all the way to deployment and seeing results. So basically, it's a great training session. It's hands-on. We provide EVKs there, and you can use basically do hands-on training. So basically, connects and tech days that are coming up are going to be great ways for customers to evaluate. So yeah, definitely. And thanks everyone for being part of this. Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to the partners. Thank you for the audience. We really love having you, and we can't wait to see you at the next one. So have a great rest of your day.
Bye bye.
Thanks to you, Katie.
Thank you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.